Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's Tuesday, which means it is food shop and meal plan day. If you're new here, hello, my name's Kaylee, and today I'm going to be food shopping and meal planning for a family of 4. There's myself, my husband Alistair, my son who is 7 now, and my daughter who is 4, nearly 5. What a day. It's been absolutely crazy. So this morning I opened up Megan's new starter reception pack thing that we got at a meeting last week. Should have done it earlier, didn't. And realised that I needed her birth certificate, utility bill, you know, all that stuff to prove that we are her parents and who we say we are, ready for tomorrow. So I'm glad I opened it today. Don't leave it like I did, always open these things straight away. It wasn't a good thing to do, but hey, this is where we are. Could I find Megan's birth certificate anywhere? Absolutely not. I looked absolutely everywhere. I could find her short version, but that's not the one with mine and Alice's names on it to say that we have parental responsibility. So I phoned the school in a panic because she's at the nursery at that school now. So the same lady in the same office saw her birth certificate a year ago. So I asked if the short version was enough. No, it has to be the full version. Which I understand, you know, safeguarding is very, very important. It's just frustrating at the same time. Anyway, took a step back, had a cup of tea, and went and looked again. And thankfully, I found this envelope at the back, and it was Megan's, you know, like the information from when she started nursery, which is at the same school. So I hadn't looked in it before because I was like, well, why would it be in that? But in that envelope was some of the information and her birth certificate and a utility bill from way back when. So I must have taken it with me to register her for nursery and then just forgotten to put it away again. Won't do that again. It's going away properly after tomorrow when I have used it. But I'm just really, really glad that I can prove that I'm her mum. So there was that. Thankfully that all got sorted, but it did take up a big chunk of the morning. So I did my food shopping a bit later. And in Aldi, I bumped into an ex-colleague, and who I thought was a colleague who's on maternity leave. After talking to them for 5 whole minutes, making a complete fool of myself, I found out it's her sister. I am not kidding, they looked absolutely identical. I was so embarrassed. I felt so stupid. I've been chatting to her and asking how the kids are and this, that and the other. And then I said, oh, when you come back to work, because she's on maternity leave at the moment. And her and her mum started laughing and said, you're thinking of the wrong sister. I've never seen her sister before. I didn't know they looked the same. But then that was the next thing that happened this morning. Life is just busy at the moment. I'll be honest, I'm struggling to keep up. There's just, because Megan's going to be starting school. So she's going to be going into reception, and Harry is going to be starting junior school, which is a separate infants and juniors. So I've got all the registration stuff for 2 new school starters, all the sort of visits and the transition stuff, along with things going on at work. You know, it's report writing time and assessments, and then all the meeting new parents for next year, things like that. I genuinely can't keep track of all 3 of those things. I have started using my planner again. I'm going to be honest, I stopped using it for a few months and I survived because there wasn't much going on. But now there's lots going on, I desperately need to have it written down. So that is what we are doing. Anyway, none of that is why you're watching this video. It was just, it's good to get it out sometimes, isn't it? I'm going to show you my food shopping and then I'll come back and I'll tell you what's on the meal plan. Here we go. So here's the first part of my shopping. I've tried to be good this week. Yeah, I think my total spend was £49 something. So we've got flat leaf parsley and basil. I've got this bistro salad bag, gala apples, carrots, baby spinach, shredded kale, kiwis, baking potatoes and new potatoes. I've got some baby cucumbers, some satsumas. There's some romaine lettuce and pears, peaches, wonky blueberries. I've got a mango, bananas, can't remember if I said that or not, lemons, chorizo, that's not fruit and veg, but there you go, it's out there. We've got a melon and some tomatoes. And this is the rest of my shopping. I told you it was a small one this week. We have got some butter. We seem to be going through this at an alarming rate at the moment, but we have been having a lot of sandwiches and mashed potato and things, so I guess that's why. I've got some cocktail sausages for Megan's packed lunches, some beef mince, chicken thigh fillets and pork loin medallions. I've got some tortilla chips, passata. I've still got some in the cupboard, so I only needed one this week. 2 tins of beans. I've got some honey nut crunchy corn flakes. Lighter creme fraiche, toilet roll, standard. I've got some tuna chunks and some honey yogurt. The kids love honey, so I thought they'd really like this. I've got this stone-baked Italian-inspired nduja and grilled peppers pizza, which I thought looked nice. That's new. I've also got some medium-sliced bread, standard, whole grain mustard, red kidney beans, peach slices and chickpeas. I've got some tortilla wraps, cheddar cheese, one of these mini rule garlic and herbs things. I thought I'd have that with crackers for my lunch today. And then I got some biscuits because the kids are snacking constantly at the minute. They always start with fruit, they're really good, but for those times when they just want something sweet, I've got some digestives, ginger nuts and cookies and cream. Okay, so I spent £49 and 70 something pence. I'm not sure exactly, I can't find my receipt. I could go on my banking app, but I remember it was £49 something, which is cheap, but I mean, I've got enough. There's enough to last us along with what's in the cupboards. It's not loads. Food is definitely becoming more expensive. Getting a food shop on a budget is definitely becoming harder, and it just makes me feel really sad. But there you go. We are working with what we've got, and yeah, that's it. There's nothing really positive to say about it, is it? Just keep being there for each other, keep being frugal, keep putting in the food bank collection bits. I do every week. I buy a couple of extras, put them in the basket before I come out. You obviously don't see these in my shopping hauls because they're already in the collection point at the shop. But yeah, it's nice to pay it forwards, and even if it's just like a 39p of tinned peaches or something, it will help somebody, so do what you can. Okay, meal plan. I'm off on a tangent again, but here's the meal plan. I've got tuna pasta bake. So I've bought the tuna, I've bought the passata. Pasta is in the cupboard. I've got a whole pack that is unopened, so that's great. I've also got half a garlic bread in the freezer. Nice and easy, nice and cheap, done. I've got chilli on my list as well, so I've bought the minced beef and the kidney beans. I've bought some passata. I've got tortilla chips and creme fraiche. I don't know if I've got rice. I think I've got rice. If I don't have rice, we'll either get some or we'll just do it as nachos. Yeah, there you go. My next meal is one I've never tried before, but I was scrolling online this morning, as you do, and I saw this sticky honey and lemon tray bake. Now, I love a good tray bake, you know, where you can just throw everything in and it's one pan to clean. Always love meals like that. My kids love honey. I love cooking with honey, so I just thought we'd give it a go. Don't know if it'll be nice, don't know if it'll be any good, but I'll link the recipe down below and I'll let you know in the comments later on this week when we've tried it what I thought. But yeah, it's basically like potatoes, peppers, I think. I've got some peppers left over from last week. And then it says to put like onions and stuff in it, but I can't with my family because they are rubbish and none of them eat onions. And then your chicken, honey. Anyway, I'm hoping it's going to be good. Next one, pork chorizo and chickpea casserole. Love this one because you don't need an awful lot of the pork. So we tend to use just like one packet of pork between our family, and then you also put chickpeas in, you put chorizo in, you put carrots in. What else do you put in? You can put peppers in. We just use a loose variation of the recipe. I'll link it down below. And yeah, the chickpeas are cheap and they spread it out. They make it go further, and my kids love chickpeas, so that's what we're going to do. Love that recipe. We have it quite often. I want to say quite often, but I guess we don't. Maybe once a month, something like that. I've put pizza because on a Thursday and a Friday when I'm working, we can't be bothered in the evenings. We're in a bit of a rush. On Thursdays the kids eat at my mum's house, so it's just me and Alistair, and we always end up having something lazy. So I bought that pizza that we've not tried before. We'll give it a go, see what it's like. Jacket potatoes, cheese and beans, same reason. On a Friday when we've both been working, the kids have been at school all day, we're both exhausted, it's nice to have something quick and easy. It's also cheap and I know both kids will eat it, so that's always a bonus. And then the last one, as always, is a flexi day. Flexi day could be leftovers, it could be a takeaway, it could be that we eat out. It could be any number of those things. It could be something that we find in the back of the freezer. But a flexi day is just exactly what it says on the tin. It's a day to be flexible and stray from the meal plan, because I find if I don't have this, then we end up straying from it more. If I give myself permission to have that flexibility, it really does help to keep me on track. So I highly recommend doing that if you meal plan. Lunches, because I sometimes get asked. Honestly, I know I don't buy anything special for lunches, but we just tend to use whatever we've got. We might have sandwiches or beans on toast. I've got some tins of soup in the cupboard. Sometimes I'll make mini omelettes or normal omelettes. Sandwiches, we do have sandwiches a lot. We're quite boring. I often like to make myself a salad or a sandwich. Alistair bought some piccalilli at the weekend as a present, and that man knows the way to my heart. I love anything pickled. So I've been having cheese and piccalilli sandwiches this week. But yeah, generally it'll be leftovers or one of those sorts of things. Breakfast is things like egg on toast or porridge or cereal. Pretty standard, pretty boring. We've got about 5 eggs left, I think, from last week. So I haven't bought more because I'm going to get those ones used up. And I think that's about it. I only tend to have 1 cup of tea a day, so I don't really go through many tea bags, and Alistair's the same with coffee. We just don't drink it a lot. We've got some cordial left. What else could we need? Cleaning stuff, I tend to stock up once a month after payday. I'll go to B&M or something and buy the things that I like, or sometimes you will see them creep in on my meal plans if we've run out earlier. And that's about it. If you've got any questions about how I meal plan, or you know, how things work in my house, then please drop them in the comments below and I will try and get back to you. I know people say like, oh, that's not enough food to last a family for a week. So when you're saying you get things from the cupboard, that's cheating when you put the price. But I've been doing this for a long time now, and I've been meal planning like this for a long time. So I kind of know how to gauge what's in my cupboards. I know how to kind of save things and backstock things if they're useful, and I think it's something that didn't come naturally to me. I'm not a naturally organised person at all. It's something that I've had to teach myself to become a habit. But yeah, if you look back through all of my videos, on the thumbnails of the meal plans, you will always see the price. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower, and it all balances out in the end. But for full disclosure, I will always share that with you. I'm going to go and make myself some lunch now. I think I'm going to have some cheese and crackers. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm gonna go and get some dinner. I hope you have a wonderful day whatever you are doing, and I'll see you in my next video.